What's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of the TMossBoss show. I just finished doing an extra. Took like a little 5 minute break, 5 to 10 minute break, something like that. I don't know. Probably 15, probably 20, probably an hour. It didn't feel like no hour. But anyways, but no, I wanted to talk about this thread that I seen on Twitter. It's this person, I guess, trying to tie in zombie apocalypse movies and TV shows to politics. And me personally, I never seen anything political about any zombie TV show or movie. I think the only like political thing that I had to say that I ever seen when it come to like zombie apocalypse like movies and TV shows was the governor from The Walking Dead. But he wasn't even a political person. Like, no, this dude was out here chopping off heads, putting them in fish tanks, and had his daughter tied off up in some room trying to kill Rick and his crew. So yeah, I never really seen anything political when it came to TV shows, but this person did. Knife Wife, at Comrade Capacitor or something like that. I don't know, but anyways, yeah. Let's go ahead and read what they are saying. Yeah, it's like 9 tweets, so I'm just gonna read the 9. I think they have like some responses, but I ain't gonna read into all of that. I'm just gonna read the 9 tweets. But anyways. So the first tweet reads off saying, hard to overstate the impact the quote-unquote zombie apocalypse genre had on normalizing the idea of mowing down or driving through crowds of unarmed people as self-defense. Remember how popular zombie stuff was 4 or 5 years ago? It went straight to conservatives' lizard brains. So to speak on that, for those that have ever seen a zombie apocalypse movie or TV show, what are these unarmed people doing when this car is driving through them? Why is the car driving through them? Because as I see it, people be driving, minding their own business. All of a sudden, you got all these people banging on your windows, talking about, get out the car, I need help, you got room. All of this other stuff, trying to get in their car, trying to flip their car over or whatever. I'm trying to get, like, so if I'm putting myself in a zombie apocalypse situation, let's say I got my family with me, right? And I'm driving, and I'm trying to get somewhere, but all these people are in my way, and now they trying to pull me and my family outside of the car. Yeah, I'm driving through them. Regardless, I don't care who they are. At this point, my life is in danger. So I gotta defend my family and myself and overall go through some people. They shouldn't have been going all across my car and stuff. So I'm saying like that's just I swear freaking Instagram is stupid. They always be sending me some messages from some people that's like, this is literally a thing to somebody sending me emojis and stuff, and I'm like, it's the dumbest thing ever. I wish Instagram would really like fix the bots on there or get rid of them, do something. But anyways, and then if these people aren't even alive, so they're talking about unarmed people, whoever this person is, if they're making it like it's the zombies, like those are the unarmed people, they're zombies. They are biting people. They are trying to turn you to them. I'm not gonna let some zombie people bite me and things. So I'm like, what do you expect? Like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, maybe this person, whoever it is that's writing this, maybe they just don't like zombie movies or TV shows or something. I'm like, I just don't understand, like, how could this even be a political discussion? But anyways, and then they followed up by saying the next tweet. So this is the second tweet because it's a thread of 9. So this is the second tweet. And then they say, and they all went out and bought Ford F-150s and AR-15s. And now this is where we're at. I think the most explicit connection was made in AMC's 2017 Fear the Walking Dead, in which in the second episode, anti-police protests erupt over the shooting of a black zombie. Notice what you said there. A black zombie. This is a zombie. It's not, you cannot have no connection. In real life, when have you ever seen police officers or anybody shoot a black zombie? When? Well, actually, no, I take that back. That guy, that bath salt situation, but he wasn't a zombie. I was trying to crack a joke, but the joke didn't. It failed. It was a poorly escalated joke. But anyways, but I'm saying though, like, jokes aside, like, how many times have you seen cops kill some black zombies in real life? Not in no TV show, not in no movie. You're making it seem like that what's happening in these TV shows are happening in real life. So you name one time when a police officer shot and killed the black zombie. Because as far as I've seen it, they've just been shooting and killing innocent black people. Black people that ain't even did nothing. And if they did do something, I mean, you don't need to shoot and kill them over it. Arrest them. I'm saying, like, unless they put your life in danger. I know there was the one situation where the guy, so he shot and killed some cops. It was a situation that happened in Washington State. Guy walked off up in this coffee shop, shot and killed, like, I think 4 cops. And then was on the run. He was hiding. And then I think he was getting ready to go on the run. And a cop had stopped him and was, like, approaching him or something. I think they was, like, he pulled the gun out. And overall was like getting ready to shoot at the cop, but the cop like was a little bit faster, pulled this gun out. So in a situation like that, that's when you defend yourself. But if a guy is on the ground screaming out that he can't breathe, or a guy is walking around his car to check on his kids, or if a woman is asleep and she just hears a bunch of like a bunch of noises going off in her house and things, those are the ones that's like, you cannot tie that to a zombie TV show. You can't tie Jacob Blake, George Floyd, or Breonna Taylor to no zombie TV show. I'm saying, like, that's, you try explaining that to their families and see how they feel about that. But anyways, then their third tweet, they say, although it didn't make it explicit, it was pretty clearly referencing Black Lives Matter, and the message was extremely reactionary. See, these Black Lives Matter protesters will protest any police shooting, no matter how justified, even if it was a fictional undead creature. There was literally nothing that had to do. I watched Fear the Walking Dead literally every episode. Not once did they ever mention anything about Black Lives Matter. If they did, it had to have been for a very, very brief moment. But it wasn't no full-length episode about Black Lives Matter. We're watching a zombie TV show. I'm saying, like, especially in zombie TV shows, literally every black person has died. And except, like, there's probably a few that hasn't. But, yeah, I'm like, man, you cannot tie these together. Black Lives Matter has never been mentioned in them shows. And it's never referenced the Black Lives Matter either. It's like, you watch, and I remember that, I know the episodes that she's talking about, too. Cause yeah, the episodes, they were, cause I remember, I think there was the one old dude, him and his family, they were in this barbershop, and there was like a bunch of like rioting and stuff was going on. People was going crazy and things, just killing a bunch of people and stuff. And then that's when the zombie apocalypse started. But imagine Fear the Walking Dead, but with no story. How would it be a show? That's overall, like, because you're trying to eliminate the story, that, like, a made-up story at that. You're trying to eliminate it from the show, a situation in the show that has never happened in real life. You're trying to, like, tie that together, and no, you can't. It's this. That's like me trying to get political with the Teletubbies. Like, how come there ain't no black Teletubbies? Huh? You see how silly that sounds? That's overall this, but they trying to make it into a realistic situation. But anyways, then their next tweet, the conclusions one can draw are grim. In the episode, the protesters are wrong and their actions worsen the outbreak. These protests are undermining our society's defense against the hordes. One doesn't have to reach to see parallels to contemporary conspiracy theories. This is exactly what it is, a conspiracy. What you're saying is a conspiracy theory. So next one, her fifth tweet, of course anyone knows zombies aren't real, but one has to question why. I've never questioned the reason why zombies. I've always like asked my friends and family like, oh, what would you do in this zombie apocalypse situation? But I've never questioned like, man, how come it's not real? I wish it would happen. Like, who wants a zombie apocalypse? When you watch these TV shows and movies, you see what would happen. People are going up against people. People are losing their minds. They trying to kill their own family. They trying to kill their kids. Like, I'm saying, like, that, you do not want any zombie apocalypse situation going on in real life, because nobody would survive. Everybody would literally die. And I'm like, and that's just TV show. That's just the drama version. That's the dramatized version of it. Real life, oh yeah, literally, I think everybody would be in trouble if a real life zombie apocalypse were to happen. But anyways, and then there's all like, but it has to question why. In that cultural moment, writers were contriving reasons for anti-racist protests to irrational and unjustified and justifications for running over and mowing down unarmed humanoids. It's like people are trying to attack. Honestly, though, that's what I would like to ask this person. So, what would you do if you trying to get you and your family the safety and a bunch of people are surrounding your car, whether they're alive or dead? There's a bunch of people surrounding your car, and they're overall trying to attack you, and you trying to survive. At that point in time, you have to understand, in a zombie apocalypse, there ain't no laws, there are no justification, no unjustified stuff. It is literally a free for all. There ain't no this person, no, it is a free-for-all. Nobody is safe in a zombie apocalypse, alright? So, then they followed up by saying, this is a far cry from George Romeo's iconic 1968 film Night of the Living Dead, which popularized the zombie outbreak genre in the US, in which a smart, cool-headed black man holds up against zombies with a group of panicked white people who all perish, leaving him the lone survivor, only to be casually shot by a trigger-happy zombie extermination posse repleted with cops, good old boys, and hunting dogs. I never seen the 68 version. I've always seen that. I think it was made in 1990. That I've always seen that version of Night of the Living Dead. I need to watch the old version to see what it's all about. But anyways, then they follow up by saying, in that story, the outbreak is a limited phenomenon which one might surmise temporarily gives the white posse free rein to enact racial violence. In Fear the Walking Dead, the outbreak leads to the collapse of society spurred on by irrational anti-racist protests. What? Man. That's wow. Then the last tweet, the genre managed to pull a complete 180 over the course of 50 years from a somewhat vague anti-racist ethos to slavery anti-racist apocalypse paranoia. The course of its development mirrors the rise of American fascism. Wow. All right, then they say, I think there's a couple of so they did 3 more tweets. I'm gonna read that. I feel the need to add an addendum because people are interpreting this as a direct causation. I don't know. Whatever that word is. I don't think zombie movies are what made white supremacists want to murder Black Lives Matter. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, maybe somebody did say that to her and things, but it's white supremacists, Black Lives Matter, police brutality. None of that stuff has never been mentioned in zombie, unless they do mention it. But but any Fear the Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, any zombie movie out there has literally said nothing about Black Lives Matter or racism or any of that stuff. Unless it's been written into the movie, but. Anyways, then they said, but the type of violence driving through a crowd and primitive post hoc justification for that violence, my vehicle is being overrun, comes straight out of a zombie flick. If someone talked about needing to plow through a crowd because their truck was being overrun and we didn't have the cultural context of zombie films, where there's an action present as smart and necessary to survive, no one would hesitate to see them as bloodthirsty freaks. So they are zombies, the crowd and stuff. But I'm you can't compare people running through a crowd in a zombie movie to people doing that. People in real life, because there's a situation that had happened out here in Washington where the guy, he plowed through a crowd and badly injured one person and killed the other person. And he did that on his own well-being. That guy was just crazy. But you can't compare that to a zombie movie. They're not even in the same discussion. All those people in that zombie movie that got plowed down by a car, they're alive to walk the red carpet and be like, oh yeah, that was me in that movie. I was the one that got hit by the car. But do you think the person that had died that day, do you think they're going to be able to come back and tell us that, oh yeah, that was me? No, that's a serious situation. You cannot compare or even add it into the situation of the zombie. That's why I'm reading that. I was so confused because I'm what are you talking about? What are you trying to improve? What are you trying to get at? So should we stop watching zombie movies? Should we not stop watching zombie movies? What's the reason? What's the cause? Because seriously, I'm still gonna watch Fear the Walking Dead. I'm still gonna watch Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Zombieland 2, because I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch my zombie movies. If you want to add some political reasoning to it and things, just understand that it's going to start an argument. Because when people watch these shows, they're not thinking of politics. If anything, watching a zombie TV show brings so many people together. There are probably, yeah, Republicans, Democrats, and any other political party that sits down and watches Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead every single Sunday. Every single Sunday. They don't care about politics. When you watch those shows, that's supposed to take you away from politics. I just don't like when people, they try to get so politically correct about stuff. And I'm like, there's nothing politically correct or political about Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, or any of these zombie shows. Nothing at all. These are hired actors, hired to entertain people. So to whoever this person is, you need help. All right, so... But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off of your first purchase. And if you are purchasing any gear from Vecilo, make sure you guys use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock 10% off of your next purchase. And I also have an ad on my YouTube channel that you guys can check out where it has a referral link that will take you directly to Vecilo, and you can check all the descriptions of my latest videos on my main channel, TMossBoss, and on my gaming channel, TMossBoss Gaming, and you'll find the link to Vecilo on there, my referral link. So it helps me, helps you, helps me, helps you. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.